Hello and welcome to Trucking Answers. It's the Sunday Rant where sometimes on Sundays I'm mad about something that happened during the week. Today I want to talk about this bill from Ohio, okay? There's a bill in Ohio where they're going to go ahead and pay companies, basically give them a tax credit for hiring, okay? And it goes on to talk about, well, trucking.org said that there's going to be a 140,000 driver shortage coming up. Well, that's crazy. You can tell if something from trucking.org is a lie by reading it and then throwing it away. That's the ATA. Okay, here's the thing. They're going to give companies a tax credit for training. And so they have less incentive to do a good job. Why? There's no provision in the bill for staying. So a company could train you and toss you and get the tax credit. They have no incentive. Remember, if you're on percentage, it's going to lower your pay. If you're an owner-operator, this lowers your pay. Why? Because the companies do not have to make money on freight. They can make money on this training part, take freight for less money. So if you're on percentage, right, they don't have to take as high amount for the rate on the freight, so you'll get less. And owner-operators, you have to fight with these same companies who are getting tax credits that you're not getting. Are you getting a tax credit for that? No. And who's going to get this? The usual suspects of companies that don't pay you anything. What they should do is go to these companies and say, hey, that's your problem. All right, taxpayers are not going to fund you when you have drivers that sit for free. It's incredible to me. And this is a bipartisan bill. There's a Republican and Democrat on it. So it's both sides on this. They're going to basically fund a company that allows people to work without being paid anything. All right, don't we talk about this? Didn't this end in the 1860s? I thought this all ended back then, but I guess it's still going on now. We're going to go ahead and fund this. Give these companies tax credit. These same flim-flam companies are going to get this money that are going to say, oh, you have to wait 4 hours and get $10 an hour. Or you're going to have, oh, sorry, you got to wait 48 hours before we give you a $40 for layover, something stupid like that. It's just ridiculous. Companies, if you want to hire drivers, you can't get drivers, that's your problem. There's a lot of companies that can get drivers right now. Some have a waiting list that I call, you can't come on, waiting list, okay? So if you're having trouble getting drivers, that's your problem to figure out. Don't go crying to the government because you want to take 80 cents of Amazon Prime Inc. freight, so that you can get your trucks moving. That's not how it works, or that's not how it's supposed to work. So this Democrat and Republican sponsoring it is just amazing to me that a state will say, yeah, it's okay if you don't pay people, and we'll go ahead and fund your training of those same people so you can get people in the trucks, not pay them, and it doesn't matter if they stay or leave or anything. This is the fundamental problem here. The ATA has so much power. They put out a press release to these officials, and they're like, oh, well, it's the American Trucking Association. They must know what they're talking about. Nobody in that place drives. Nobody that runs the place, none of the higher-ups, hardly any of them even have a license. There's probably a couple of them have driven. Most of them are not in the industry as drivers, don't know anything about it. They just know, okay, we want to be able to take the cheapest freight and pay people nothing, literally nothing. It's just disgusting what they're doing, how they try to run the entire government so that their companies do good and run everybody else out of business. It's disgusting. Okay. And personally, I'm sick of it. So that's the deal today. Ohio is going to help fund people not being paid. I love it. I love how that works. All right. Don't forget, I do a live show every Monday at 1 p.m. Eastern. Are you going to be there? Did you change your clocks even? Change your clocks. You lost an hour of sleep last night. Get going. You're probably an hour late. I'll see you on Monday. Thanks for watching.